Every episode of No Offsides podcast is brought to you by Champion Hockey. Be a champion.
No offside.
Welcome back for another episode of No Offsides, where we talk nothing but roller hockey. And so I'm one of your hosts, Dan Dean,
I'm Justin Wood.
and this is our special guest, the man, the myth, the unmanageable, also known as the Wild West. And so this is Mike West. How you
Hey
doing, Mike?
guys, thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here. What's going on?
Not much, man. So this room looks familiar, as some of our viewers might, be like, well, what the hell is going on here?
Champion Hockey headquarters.
There you go. So actually, it's funny, Mike, because the way I found out about Champion Hockey was actually somehow I came across you, and I could have swore that you were running the company because you were blasting it all over the place.
Well, I talked to Rock. He's a good dude. Top to bottom, good dude. Told me about an opportunity. I was like, you know what? Let's get on it. Let's get it everywhere. I was down in South Carolina, a little bit of a market down there, and just started I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, it was a lot of fun doing it. Little extra cash never hurts nobody.
Yeah.
And kind of went that way with it.
It's like then I think I started following you on all the different platforms, and it was just like, everything you were posting was you were resharing Champion, and I was like, who is this guy? Who is Mike West? And I was like, does he run Champion Hockey? Because I'm unsure here.
I just sent Chris home after he swept the floor, so we're here at the headquarters. We're good.
I think he even handed you the key, so I think you own the place now.
Hey,
Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet.
But yeah, I mean, one of the big things that we were told was some of your experiences at Chicklets Cup.
There's a few. I've been to every one so far.
Okay.
There's a few.
And how many? So was that 2 or 3?
4.
4.
The first one, I don't know if you heard any stories about that.
I think the first one was in Vegas, right?
The first one was in Detroit.
Oh, Detroit.
Now that one was a lot of fun. We went. So I had just moved back to New York, and me and my South Carolina. That one you actually had to post a video and get chosen to go to the tournament. And we posted a video. We didn't get chosen. A team dropped out. We were the runner-up. We got it.
Okay.
oh sweet.
So we thought it was like a beer league tournament. Like, we were pretty good. The guys that I'm friends with down in South Carolina, a little on the older side, myself included, would all played hockey somewhere, whether in college, juniors, something along those lines, roller. So we were pretty good. We went into A division. It was a kind of a mistake. We show up the first day. Who do we see there? We see PJ. We see Trezzo. We see Pugs. Like, all these guys that are playing, top divisions. The Border Cats are there because it was in Detroit.
Yeah.
We're in our division. And that one there in Detroit, that was a wild, wild time. That one, but at that one, it was on concrete.
Was that the one?
The Green Biscuits. They've come a long way since that first tournament.
I was like, that one was like just like a pop-up tournament they did, right?
Yeah.
And
well,
they just
mostly are in for the ball hockey, the depth.
Yeah.
But now the roller's growing with them. But yeah, it was on concrete. We were supposed to use a ball. They switched over last minute to the green biscuit pucks, and it wasn't paved concrete. This is like cobblestone concrete. And it was definitely, I mean, it helped us because we weren't as talented as some of those guys. But I mean, it was a real, real fun tournament. I was the only family member out of 3 that didn't end up having to go and see the medics that weekend. So that was, I can tell you, on the drinking side of stuff.
I was gonna say, not having the dehydration from drinking.
No, it was a collaboration of drinking and not being healthy, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. But everyone was in the same condition. It just those tournaments are a lot of fun. I mean, it's a drink fest and a party, and then there's hockey involved. They do it the right way. They do it.
Yeah. And then it was the second year in Vegas?
Second one was in Vegas, and that was like a semi-bachelor party for me. So
I can only imagine.
Yeah, so I got married in March of that year, and that tournament was in February. So all the Myrtle guys again, semi-bachelor party, great time again. And with that one, we probably should have won the whole thing that year, but that morning of playoffs, I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, I was still bonkers from the night before, seeing all kinds of crazy stuff in my head from the night before. But that was the same weekend as NHL All-Star weekend also. Yeah. So you got to meet a lot of those players that were there at the All-Star game and the competition. That one there was a lot of fun as well. The Buffalo ones take the cake though. Those two at that facility up there is insane.
So did they do 2 years at Buffalo?
Two in back-to-back, yeah, at Buffalo. And that facility up there is I wish the surface was different for the roller, but they have everything for the deck and the ball, and then they have the 2 rinks for the roller and the bar and the restaurant, and everything's all in the same facility. Riverworks, it's sick facility for a hockey.
Okay. Now I kind of want to go back to Vegas.
Yeah.
Because I heard you got in a little trouble there, and you almost got bounced out.
A few different things. I almost got bounced out of Detroit too. But the one in Vegas, doing the whole champion thing, putting the logos up, they were kind of looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm putting these logos up. We're trying to build this company. We're trying to get notoriety. What do you mean?" And they kind of came there like, "You can't be doing this. You can't just be putting logos up on our boards." And then they caught me one more time trying to put one up, and they're like, "Dude, you're gonna get the boot. You're not allowed to do this anymore." And that was what's the name of the company? It's the company that they use to do all the boards and everything. I wish I could give them a shout out because they're really cool people. I just don't remember the name for the life of me right now. And they did that, and yeah, they were like, you're not allowed to do this. You're not paying for any kind of advertising. You're not doing that. You can't just be putting these big stickers all over the place. So it was fun though. What are you gonna do? Kick me out? I'm gonna be in Vegas for the weekend.
So
okay. To play hockey, I'm in Vegas.
So what'd you do? Would you go to like bars and casinos after games were done, or strip clubs?
Yeah, I mean, we went to dinners, we went to bars.
I was gonna say it was your bachelor party.
It was a semi-bachelor party. Yeah, we went to strip clubs. We went to, it was all with different people all over the place, and I knew a lot of people out there. We went to a Golden Knights game when we were there. The first time we got there was cool. We went golfing one day as well. That was rough. I mean, the flight there, I got absolutely shit-faced. And then when we landed, we didn't even take it out. We went straight to golf. And then it was one of the windiest, coldest days in Vegas ever. I was miserable by like hole 12. Tried to keep it going and rallying. Just wasn't happening. I needed to go take a nap. And then all the fun started in Vegas.
Yeah. So you said you almost got kicked out of Detroit as well?
Well, Detroit was the whole situation. I'd almost kicked out, and Rock touched on it when he was on, like getting into it with Biz a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It wasn't so much a Rock. Basically, what happened was I saw him, and I was being a fanboy. I was probably annoying the hell out of him, like talking to him, this and that. I was like, dude, you have us come to this. I thought it was a beer league tournament. I show up. I see some of the best players in the world here. We're going to play against. I was like, we're almost 40 years old. We can't be playing against these guys. And then me being me, I was like, we're still going to win this thing. And like, God, and he grabbed my face. And he's like, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. And I kind of like pushed his arm down, not hard. It wasn't crazy. And I was like, don't touch my face. And he said, if you win this tournament, I'll give you my gloves. I was like, who the fuck wants your gloves, Biz? I don't want your gloves. Like, and then that was really it.
Yeah.
And then the next day, even that night, we were hanging out. Like, it wasn't, I don't know. Some people blew it out of proportion. It wasn't like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, that guy, and it's going to sound crazy. Like, when you touch my arm like this, like it mushes a little bit. I'm not the most built guy. But even guys that are built, like it mushes, that guy's a rock. I'm happy that it wasn't more serious because he would have buried me.
He's
I'd
made of
still
wood.
be there, 6 feet under.
And now I hear you have like a long-lasting friendship with Biz.
Yeah, we have we're not like boys or anything like. They know who I am. Him, Grinelli, RA, Witt, they know who I am. Like if I see him out, walking down the street, I'll be like, "Yo, what's going on?" That's because I'm a disaster. Pasha knows who I am now. I'm gonna have to pay him in like 2 months. He caught me in the bag at Buffalo last time. That's on I think that's on X or Twitter or whatever it's called these days. I made a bet, $1,000 bet versus 9,000 that the Blackhawks would make the playoffs this year. Lights were on with me, but no one was home. That video is embarrassing a little bit.
Oh
It's
boy.
okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. You bet
But
against
you've
the house.
gotten. Oh, sorry.
No, just say he bet against the house.
Yeah. I gave him better odds, and he took it, smiling.
Well,
ear to ear.
he's actually shouted you out pretty hard. If we take a quick break, we can fast forward to another Chicklets to Grinelli. You want to do it real quick?
Grinelli shouted me out pretty hard. Pasha
All right,
texts
here,
me
let me
every
play
once
it.
in a while and says, "Yo, you want to pay me my $1,000 now or later?"
Here, hold on. Let's play this though. Where is this?
One guy during one of our games scored the best goal I've ever
Is it
seen.
on video?
We got it on video.
Nice. Oh my
30
God.
yards out, probably 30 yards out. Comes down on a
That is a
1-on-2,
losing
picks
bet.
it up on his stick,
That team
and
is
just
dog
throws it
wood.
over his
Holy
shoulder,
cow.
picks the top left corner,
I might get
comes
out
back
of
to the
it,
bench,
though.
and I'm
I'm
like,
trying to
that's the
remember if I put
craziest goal I've ever seen. And
a clause in there where if Bedard got hurt for any substantial time, the bet was void. I just don't remember because, like I said, lights were on, no one was home. I was in the bag. It's a bad video.
Don't worry, I didn't play that one.
That's
What
Yeah.
I played was him actually shouting you out in a positive light, showing what he said was the sickest goal he's ever seen.
Yeah, it
Which
was.
was yeah.
It was a good one. Let's put it that way. I knew we had Grinelli and we had RA as our coach, Grinelli on the bench. The cameras showed up for that game. And I was like, you know what? I'm a big enough douche that I'm going to try something like this. And there could probably be no one on the ring. Honestly, no one. Just me and a puck. I don't think I would do that ever again. And I'm going to tell you, the opportunity came. I've tried it before. I did it, and I ripped the elbow. And everyone went bonkers because we had probably 500, 600 people watching the game. For that, everyone went bonkers. It made the game 3-0. Their goalie was playing really well, and it kind of threw him off a little bit. Like he wasn't expecting it.
I don't think anyone was expecting it.
No.
Not from the blue line.
Yeah, it was like the top of the circles, and they just ripped the corner. And again, I don't know if I could do that again, but guess what? I did it, and it got videotaped, and it went on everywhere, and he threw a sick shout out. And it was just, that was classic. But I mean, that's what I do. I might sweat 3 goals a year, but they're all highlights. They're all top 10 on SportsCenter. That's what happens.
I'm surprised it didn't make SportsCenter.
I was too a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There's still time.
I mean, we could still send it to TSM and we could send
Yeah.
it to SportsCenter and
They'll put it. I'm surprised I haven't seen someone else do it yet. Because you see the Michigan going on, you see all these other crazy stuff. Even at the All-Star game, it's not. If you can do it, it's not that terrible of a. It's going to throw the goalie off. He's not going to be expecting it. So whatever.
yeah, especially if it's a close game, you can pull Michigan on you. Definitely rattle the goalie.
Yeah, I think the Michigan's not even a fancy move anymore. It's just a wraparound you going high on. These guys can do it so easy these days that it's not showboating anymore. The goalie's going to come across down low, do a Michigan, go up top on him. That's a goalie's fault for going down low.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming that what are your thoughts on potential banning of the Michigan?
I think it's terrible. If you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, learn. What do you mean ban it? It's part of the game.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Then you don't get even the one that with Zegras when he threw it over the net. That was sick. There's going to be so many different varieties to it. Sid tried to do it on the backhand. I mean, don't get rid of that. The game's changing anyway. The game's changing all the skill stuff anyway. You're going to ban fighting, ban hitting, every time there's a big hit now, there's a fight. It's terrible. You throw a clean big check and you got to fight.
Yeah.
You're gonna ban the skill stuff too. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, so
Only
could we expect either you or Tardino flipping the puck over in that, and one of you trying to whack it in?
Tardino won't do it. He's not good enough. I'll probably do it.
Okay.
Tardino, he's got one hell of a shot. Just a plug for Tardino. He's 0-45 lifetime against me.
Nice.
Love the kid to death. He just can't beat me at anything.
Oh.
But he is a great player, and that's anything. That's 0-45 in life. That's not just hockey. Hockey might only be about 12, but I love it.
Have you played him in beer pong? Because
yeah, I'm like 13-0.
Okay, because I know Tardino frequents his beer pong experiences, especially at tournaments.
He tries.
So yeah.
When I beat him at beer pong, he tries to chug against me, and he loses at that. And that 45 number got there pretty quickly. But at hockey, he is a stud. He could play the game. He just can't beat me for some reason. I don't know. I can't tell you why.
Maybe
do it.
Maybe he's afraid of the stash.
Yeah, I think so. Everyone's afraid of the stash.
Yeah.
Everyone's afraid of the stash. That's my when I was a captain in that Thursday night league. Big shout out to Al DeMuro, who runs that league, because that's a sick league right there. My team's name was Mustache Ride. And we needed to win our last 3 games of the season and get help to make it to the playoffs. We did that, went undefeated in the playoffs, and then beat Tardino, I think, 9-3 in the finals.
Damn.
And we weren't supposed to be there. And we had people coming to the rink throwing up the stash. We had big flags, free mustache rides. I brought a whole bag of stick-on mustaches for everyone at the rink, and they were putting them on. It was awesome. We were the villains, though. I'm always the villain. Winning as the villain, better than winning when you liked. I guarantee it.
So we're hearing in the comments here, we're seeing legendary West beer pong tourneys.
Oh, yeah. So I used to run a beer pong tournament when I was 17 till probably about 25. And we used to call it WAPT, West Annual Beer Pong Tournament. And the biggest year we had 74 teams.
Dang.
I actually got a picture. I don't know if I have a picture of it. I would send it to you to throw it up there. But I mean, my parents had a big backyard. They got an acre of property, flat land, big in-ground pool. And we used to just set up 15 tables. 15 divisions of 5, top 2 in every division make it.
Okay.
Everyone throwing 20. We had 15 kegs delivered to the house with the Budweiser Anheuser-Busch truck showed up, delivered 15 kegs. I used to have DJs. I had a live band one year. Crazy.
Nice.
Good work.
Yeah.
That is legendary for sure.
Yeah, it was a good time, and a lot of people knew. I mean, I used to go to Atlantic City, and people would be like, "Yo, you're the kid that throws that beer pong tournament up on Long Island?" I'd be like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, I'm coming next year." I'd be like, "Yo, that's sick. All right, you're more than welcome. Come have a good time.
Come try your best."
Yeah, try your best. You're gonna lose to me anyway. Let's go. Donations accepted.
So was that like cash prize, or what was that?
Yeah. So what we did was $20 a guy. That included beer and food, right? And whatever was left over went to the winning team.
Okay.
Sometimes it was 500, 700, 300. Depends how many teams you had. Depends how much beer we drank. Because we ran out of 15 kegs, we had to go get more beer.
Hey.
You're talking like 300-400 people probably.
Okay.
That's still a lot of beer.
I want to see if I have this picture in my phone. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, definitely.
We
used to do something kind of like that, but it wasn't just beer pong. It was like the drinking Olympics.
The Olympics. Yeah. We had the beer pong. We had I got one. Hold on, I'm sending it to you. Where am I sending it? To the Instagram, right?
Yeah, send it to the Instagram. I'm not positive that I've played beer pong in the last 3 years, but I'm down to challenge you, see if I can take your crown.
Not a chance. Not a chance. I'm down. I'm always down.
Well, I mean, it is a good segue. After I finish up at the the Mega Man Iron Man on March 23rd with a $5,000 cash prize for the Pro Division, I will take you on for chugging a beer, Mike.
Well, I will be there. I'll take down that that 5K cash, and then I'll take down the beer pong too. That's gonna be a wild tournament that they're doing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a wild one. So
yeah, and we will be there. Justin and I will probably be participating in the over 30, just to have a good time, and then we will be live streaming the pro games on our YouTube channel, or maybe even Instagram. I don't know. We'll talk with Chris about that, but one of the two will be live streaming those games with live commentary, and we'll hopefully bring a good product. We'll throw a podcast, an extra podcast in there sometime Saturday morning. I think Chris said the couches behind you are the ones going to the rink.
I think that's what he said. He said he was gonna bring those couches to the rink. And we'll set them up. I guess we're gonna have to bring a beer pong table now. We'll have to set that up, see what happens. The cooler will always be there, so that'll be fun. I mean, I can't wait. That's gonna be a good day right there.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, I got this picture.
Okay.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
Oh my God. The best is that it's so organized for something that's so chaotic.
Oh, it ran well. We kept it organized. We kept it good. Believe it or not, I think it was I probably did like 8 or 9 of them over like 12 years. Not one fight.
Nice. That's good.
Which with drinking and beer pong,
Yeah,
you would expect a little bit more than that,
Yeah.
But not one. So that was good. Some crazy moments, but never a fight.
Yeah, I mean, so with the whole Ironman, I mean, are you planning on playing multiple divisions? What are you looking at doing?
I'll probably, in all reality, I'll probably play that 30 and over division.
Okay.
I'll give the pros a chance. I can't play that pro division again.
Well, you got to give Mike Tardino a chance, right? So I mean, if you play the pro, then he can't win it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I play pro, they're all in trouble. They're all in trouble. Iron Man suits me too. These lungs, this stamina, you have no idea. I'm just built for stamina these days,
That makes me want to pull something up.
That's my strong game. Speed and stamina is my middle name. Let's go. I play in all these Ironman tournaments. We had one.
I'm pulling.
Yeah, they do one for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
This year wasn't so bad. Me and my brother, and my brother's about my size. Me and my brother played this year, but we had Lemansky on our team and we had PJ on our team. So kind of evened out, The year before, it was me, my brother, we had another guy, and we had this kid, Eric. We're all of us are 250 plus. All right. Playing in an Ironman tournament. And it is not suitable for us. We can all play the game, but not Ironmans are rough and a lot of skating. We went to the semis and lost, but I mean, we were laying on the rink. Like at one point, we just kind of let the other team do what they wanted to do. And I had my goalie, my buddy Lee, up from South Carolina. He comes up for all of them, believe it or not. He's a stud. I think he's 54, 55. I don't want to throw it out there. Still could play in any A league out there for the most part. Little different style, but he's a stud. He went to Miami, Ohio. And he came up, and we just gave him no help at the end. And he kept us in it, and we went to the semis. We shouldn't have been there, but we went to the semis just because he stood on his head. And people were like, who is this guy? Like, what's he doing? That was a good tournament. Those are fun Ironmans as well. They do a good job with those.
It seems as if the theme with you is you should never be in certain situations, but you are.
Yeah. It's weird on both ends. In a good way and in a bad way. I always find myself into a certain situation that I shouldn't be in. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it's terrible. But that's how it goes.
I mean, as long as it's a good time, right?
Right. That's all it's about. Having a good time, having fun, having a good time. That's what we're doing here. Most of us are playing to play hockey, right? We better be having a good time.
Do you play this?
Paid, but if we're paying to play hockey, I mean, better be having a good time. Otherwise, it's kind of silly.
Yeah, definitely. Do you end up playing with the same guys a lot, or do you have a pretty large group of guys that you rotate between?
Well, I play in the Thursday night league. the Piha that I played this year was my first season in Piha. That was with a totally new group of people. We all belong in an insane asylum. That team was wild. I play with there's a bunch of different groups that I play with, but mostly the Thursday night guys and, the Comstock guys. Comstock was one hell of a high school. We came out with some pretty stud hockey players.
That's cool.
So you're talking about the TNH, right? The draft league on Thursday nights.
Yeah, it's crazy league.
Yeah, I mean, what are some names that you can highlight in that league that people may know?
Let's think. Mike West, probably. That's a good one to know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, let's put it this way. Mike West got a cup. PJ DiMartino, probably the best player in the league. He don't have a cup. Billy Pascali, one of the better players. He don't have a cup.
Ooh.
We could go through the list. But those guys are some of the best players in the world. Let's not get them short. Tardino, PJ, Rick Seward might be the best player in the league. James Murphy, another one that people sleep on. These are guys that they just don't travel as much as some of the other guys. Again, PJ and Billy are top of the top. All right. But all these other guys, I mean, the whole league itself is just a bunch of studs, and it's sad because you're getting old and like dropping out. Like, hopefully I'll get drafted next season. Now I got to think hopefully I get drafted,
How many teams you guys got in that league?
12. No, hold on. 12.
12 drafted teams.
12 drafted teams, and some people don't get drafted.
Wow.
And everyone there, not everyone, 99.9% are good.
Okay.
You got once in a blue moon, you get a straggler in there, and he's a cone. Whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Mark him on the bench.
Wait.
By 6.
What are you guys talking about? Like 8 guys a roster?
8, and then teams are allowed to take a 9th if they want. They don't have to. But if there's guys late, I took a 9th. I always take a 9th because I think that you guys are going to miss games. It's just nice to roll with 8 and a goalie.
Yeah.
So I always take a 9th, and plus you don't want anyone to go undrafted. But at the same time, it is a draft league.
Yeah.
If you don't get drafted, suck it up, get better, and come back next time.
Hey,
yeah.
I mean,
Al did a good job with that league. That league's fire. That league's a lot of fun. The cooler's always there. Everyone's always having a good time, and the teams are good. So they're actually doing a Champions of Champions tournament one weekend too.
Okay.
Where you have to have your original team that played in the league, and they're going to do it one day in like a King of the Hill tournament, and you're going to be able to play, the other champions and see who the best was.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take that down too.
But what if
Mustache Rye will take that down too? Easy peasy, not even a sweat.
There it is. But yeah, I mean, what happens if a guy played on multiple of those teams?
He's got to choose.
One
of the prizes of winning is you actually get to play the next season as your team. So you won't go in the draft. You'll keep your team.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, King of the Hill style.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Who are the captains in those leagues? In this league?
There's a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, is like PJ captain?
No. Everyone's in the middle of the road. There's no studs. I was a captain. You got, let's see here. You got Mikey Prain as a captain right now. Masillo's a captain. Stump's a captain. George is a captain. Who else we got as a captain? Phil, you had him on last week. He's a captain. He just won his first cup last season after like 20 attempts or something like that as a captain. I'm not even going to say Phil's a captain. Wanda's the captain of that.
Yeah. Wanda's the boss. We know.
We know who the captain is. Lada's a captain. Keith Kameyer's a captain. Oh, good old Pudding. He's a captain. Trizzo's a captain. He does the premier tournaments up there. Trizzo's a good guy.
Yeah.
Can't pick a team for shit ever, but he's a good guy. His teams always stink. Miro's a captain. Miro's a captain. Great coach. One of the greatest ever, but can't captain for shit. Not in that league. He stinks too. I actually got to play against his team tonight. That's gonna be fun.
Well, how many? Yeah, I mean, how many? What's the season like? Are we talking 8 games, 10 games?
No, you actually play 11. Play every team once.
Okay.
Every team once.
That's cool.
Top 8 make the playoffs, and then it's single elimination from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty.
Yeah,
I mean that seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the first round, like the first 12 picks, you can put them to any tournament and they'll do very, very well.
Yeah.
The first 12 picks are studs.
Well, it's like usually in like draft leagues like that, you only usually get like 4 teams because you
Right.
then end up getting a lot of like
riffraff.
Yeah.
Just call them what they are. Just call them what they are. They're cones.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you get a lot of people who probably don't deserve to be in the draft, and because you want the most competitive. So
right. Yeah, there's 12 teams of all guys that can play the game.
Okay, I mean that's how do you like? So how do you determine in that in that draft league that like do you do like an eval, or does everyone just know everyone? Like
there's a rough list of like their skill level.
Okay.
The people that make it, they do it sneakily, so they can sneak their guys in there. And you see like certain guys ranked higher than other guys where it's not even the case. Like no one in their right mind thinks that this guy's better than this guy, but somehow he's higher on the eval. Who the hell made this list? And they do that sometimes, but everyone pretty much knows everyone.
Yeah.
Or, when you get that first round pick, they're going to help you out as well. Who they want to play with.
Yeah.
Who, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
guess
the same thing in our league.
Yeah. I mean, our league is draft, but we're going through an expansion for our lower division, so it's kind of revamping who's in what division and stuff like that. So, and when someone necessarily doesn't make a certain division, feelings are hurt, but people have to accept, what their skill level is. So,
you gotta exactly. That's how, not everyone gets a trophy in hockey. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you're wearing it, yeah, I mean, if you're wearing a champion shirt, you're already a trophy. So
that's it, baby. That's it. You know it. You know it. I was a trophy at birth.
Yeah.
Mike,
you came out of his now.
Yeah,
that was it.
Mike, you rocking legacies?
I am right now. They're working good. Yeah, I like them a lot.
Okay, grippy.
Yeah, so they don't bust on me. I'm a heavier guy, so if I use like soft wheels, they'll crack on me.
Yeah,
real quick. These don't crack on me, and they give me everything that I need to do. So, but I'm burning down the boards. 100 miles per hour. McDavid can't even touch me. Woo, let's go.
Yeah. So Greg Hatch says that he can't believe that you just called Spano a cone.
I didn't call Spano a cone. Spano's part of the ride, baby. He's part of the championship pedigree. Spano's the man. Love Spano.
But yeah, I mean, so you mentioned Piha, right? And you said it was your first time.
This was my first season in Piha.
Yeah. What division did you play in?
Minors.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
we put together quite the motley crew in minors. Again, Al put it together, and a bunch of nutcases on a team. Some can play the game, some can't, but they have abilities to contribute.
Okay.
And we kind of shocked a lot of people. We finished dead last, but we went into the playoffs, and we won our first series, swept them 2-0 in our first series. And then we ran into Sting, Muro's Sting, and they were a bunch of little kids, 16, 17. Like, I'm almost 40. Like, I don't need to be chasing around 15, 16-year-olds. I can't. Let's put it that way. So we started playing the body with them. First game, we lost 4-0. It was a lot closer than the score, but, it happens. Second game, we ended up losing 3-2, but it was a wild one. We gave up a goal with like a minute left. But we had to play the body. I mean, we can't keep up with these kids. None of us can skate with these kids. And they're good hockey players to boot. So we started playing the body. And we knew the refs were calling it this way. But the ref came up to us and literally said to us, "You can't play this way. They're children." Now, no slight on the Sting at all, because those kids were awesome. They were throwing the body back. They were laughing. Like, dude, one guy hit me behind the net. I was like, dude, you got me good. Whoa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No slight to them at all. It wasn't on the other team. Like, they weren't even complaining. But we know the refs are calling the game that way. How do you say that? You can't play
Yeah.
well because they're children. They don't put them in the league. Like, and not on the kids. Again, not a slight on the kids because they were playing great. You know what I'm saying? And they play the body. They knew what was coming. They had no complaints, no nothing. And they're coached by Muro. He wouldn't even go on the bench, Muro, because I'm 40-0 versus him too. And he wouldn't even go on the bench when they played against us because he was scared he was going to lose.
He wants that championship, so he can't be on the bench if he wants his team to win.
He was on the bench. They lost. So it doesn't count now. His team beat me, but he wasn't there. It doesn't count.
So you guys, what'd you say? You made it to the semifinals or quarters?
I'm not exactly sure because apparently if we won, we had to play on Sunday again before Colorado. So I don't know. We won our first round, whatever it was. We swept the team in the first round, 2 games, got out of there, and then we had to play the following weekend and we lost. We got swept by Sting, but I'm not upset about that. They're probably going to win the whole thing anyway.
Okay. Did you happen to have a chance to you probably did. The Pandas, the Trash Pandas.
We played them in Jersey, I believe.
Okay.
Pretty good. Yeah, they beat us pretty good. I chirped a lot of guys on that team.
Good. They deserve it.
Yeah, I was chirping, but they were beating our ass pretty bad. We got smoked. We got smoked pretty bad. We didn't have our best weekend that weekend.
There are frequent watchers on here, so any shit talking you want to do now is, let it fly.
They were good.
You can talk. I mean, listen, if you want to talk shit about their number 77 defenseman, go for it.
You know what? If I want to bring PJ, Billy, and all them down to minors to play the Trash Pandas next season, let's see what happens. I mean, I could sandbag all day too. You know.
There you go. There you go.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You know? Let's put it this way: 20 years ago, I would have beat the Sting. I would have beat all these kids. And I'm not saying just me moving back 20 years. They got to go back 20 years too. So they're going to be like 5 years old. And I'm going to be 20. And I'm going to throw them into the penalty box and throw them in a garbage can and see what happens. I was a lot nicer to them 20 years ago than they're nicer to me now. It's about the same level.
Yeah, I mean, their worst player is 77. They're defensemen. So, guy can he can barely skate.
He wouldn't get drafted in TNH.
No, absolutely not.
Feelings would be hurt.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, the issue with number 77 on the Trash Pandas is that he's got this Jersey Brooklyn mixed accent that no one wants to associate with him.
Hey, it happens. It happens. What are you gonna do? He's got hands like a digital clock.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I already know they're gonna message me and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're talking crap on Jimmy Dean again."
To be honest, we're helping them with a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
It happens. Don't worry about it.
So, but yeah, I mean, we're hoping. I mean, we're hoping that we can get P-Hod down near us and we can start a new division. And I'll sandbag just like those raccoons that live in the trash.
Hey, P-Hod's fun.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to say about that is, if you sandbag, you better win.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You better win.
Listen, I understand it's their first season; they didn't know where to go. But
hey, they were a good group of kids.
Oh yeah, they're a good group of guys. They like to party. That's for sure.
We had fun playing against them, even though they kicked our ass. I had fun anyway. I think I was chirping one guy on the team. I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't know any of them. I was like, "Yo, dude, you're looking pretty goofy," or something like that. And I called him out by his number, and it wasn't 77. I forget who it was. Like, "Yo, you're looking goofy. What are you doing over there?" And he just looked at me like, "Do I know you?" And I was like, "Nah, you're kicking our ass. I'm going to start chirping the shit out of you and have a good time. Like, what are you going to do?"
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they're a good group of guys. We like to chirp them a little bit, especially my brother. I always got to throw some shade that way.
Of course.
So
I chirp my brother all the time.
But yeah, and then you said you experienced Wish Cup one year.
I did. I went down there. That's one of the nicest rinks I've seen. That Nashville rink is sick.
Yeah.
And the town kicked my ass pretty good. But that's actually when I destroyed my back. But I went down there with Rock. He was doing it, and he had PJ, Billy, Chavo, Sush all playing in the pro division. I went down there with him. We were playing in the lower division. Oh, that was a rough weekend. Nashville's a good time. So we played some hockey there.
100%.
had a good time playing hockey. Those guys obviously won because that's what they do. We went out on the town, got twisted up, came back to the hot tub. We're all in the hot tub, drinking. I'm not a big weed smoker, but people were smoking some weed, wanted me to hit some, took some. I don't even think I was speaking English anymore. It was coming out like, blip, 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 like not even words, you know? And I was just like, I got to go to bed, guys. I'm sorry. I got to go to bed. Next day, we got a game early at play. Something happened with my back. I couldn't stand up. I ended up getting back surgery that August. I needed to get a whole back surgery done and stuff. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. So, but I would go back because that was a good. Nashville's a good time. That's a party city right there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my go-to is because they closed down the main strip, and I like to cartwheel as many as I can get in a row. So that's my go-to move.
Oh,
and I think, and then the last time we went, we hit up one of the rooftop bars, and I ended up pulling out a split dancing on the turf.
On purpose?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go.
That's my go-to wedding dance move. Is everyone starts gathering around a circle, and I'll just slip through and hit a split and walk away. So I decided to do it. I decided to do it in Nashville.
Did it work?
Yeah, that, and I also, it was a bad landing. Whacked my knee the wrong way, so I also got friggin' AstroTurf burn.
Oh God.
Honestly,
I was so drunk at that point, I don't even remember.
Oh yeah. I don't know what song came on.
Yeah.
But
drinking's fun though. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Every time you bring up drinking, I pull up that picture of you in the hot tub.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that was there. That was the Wish Cup in Nashville.
Heck yeah.
That was that. And then I had the cowboy hat. The one Chiclets, I didn't play in the Chiclets. I went, but I didn't play in the Chiclets the first time in Buffalo because of the back surgery and everything going on. So I just coached. That's when I had the cowboy hat on. I had the longer mullet than I got now. That was when you don't have to play hockey and you can just, and it's just free drinks slinging all day and you're at the hockey rink. That gets wild.
So I'm curious because do the winners of the Chiclets Cup get Pink Whitney? Oh well, I get
I coached the one team in the A division, the Bobby's boys. I coached them. They won. I think they got a bottle of Pink Whitney. I mean, that thing's gone in like 35 seconds though between 10 guys. What's a bottle going to do? It's 10 seconds. You put it in the cup, it's gone first time. Boom.
I think it'd be cooler if they had the cup, right? And then in the cup had like, I don't know, a bunch of shooters.
After that tournament, you're so drunk when you win, you ain't worried about that. They're slinging free Pink Whitney drinks at the booths though. You get tickets. So you just go up there and you're like, here, you get Pink Whitney on the rocks or Pink Whitney. Then they're going to, you win. We're going to give you more free Pink Whitney. Yes, sick.
Nice.
Good stuff.
We got down on some in our last tournament.
Yeah. I brought we got a Verbo and I had a bar in it, which was empty. So I stocked it with Pink Whitney.
Yeah. Pink Whitney's great. I love it. I got pictures from my wedding. We all had a bottle, drinking that. Another drinking night. Rough. My wife's father came to our house, my parents' house at like 10 in the morning for our, the wedding party and everything, getting dressed and everything. And at the wedding later on at like 5, 6 o'clock at night, he looks at my wife and like, how are these kids still going?
Practice. Lots of practice.
Lots of practice.
Conditioning.
Yeah, exactly.
It's conditioning on and off the rink.
Exactly. That's what people don't realize. Yeah. 39 years old with conditioning on and off the rink and still going at it when you're 25 and 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds sometimes. Well, it hurts in the morning, but whatever, we're still doing it.
Heck yeah.
So you didn't get the experience of getting your legs out from being in the hot tub?
If I did, if you heard a story about that, I don't remember.
No, I'm just curious because I mean, I've seen people go in the hot tub and then like the night before playing a tournament or playing hockey and their legs are completely zapped.
I didn't. Yeah, when I tell you what condition I was in, my whole body was zapped. Are you kidding me? I walked out of that hot tub right into the bed and passed out until the morning. There was no. I felt great in the morning. Yeah, the legs were the last thing I was worried about.
Okay. So, being a big advocate for, champion, what is? I mean, do you have a favorite stick? Like, is it
P88 100 flex. A lot of people get on me for using 100 flex, but I'm a big boy. So if I get anything lower than 100 flex, it's a little rough for me. I like the 100 flex, P88. And other than that, I'm not really particular.
which stick are you using?
Right now, I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know. I don't know. One of the original ones. One of the first ones coming out.
The one that's hanging up on the wall behind you, the bottom one?
No, before that one.
Before that one?
Yeah, I had a few of them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, before that one. I don't think it had a name. It was just a champion stick.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a few of them, and I like it. P88 100 flex. That's what we're going with right now.
Okay. Yeah, I have gone through 2 of them.
Yeah.
The
what
one
flex
that's
are you using?
I was using 95. I'm going to an 87 just because I don't know.
How much you weigh?
215, 220.
Gonna snap.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Depends how much whip and how much body pressure you're putting into it. That's anything though.
Yeah, well, listen. Most of my sticks have snapped due to the fact that, like, as I'm following through with my shot, someone else's stick is stick checking me.
Right.
And
well, anytime you can snap a stick doing anything, that just happens. But I know, if I use, and it doesn't matter what stick I use, if I use a stick and I go 85, 75 flex, and I'm coming in putting 260 down on a slap shot, things sometimes going to snap like a twig. So I usually go with 100. I used to use 110 flex, but I go 100 now just for that reason, because there's so much whip in it. I mean, it's only going to go so far. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I have a rule. I don't take clappers unless it's out of frustration or if it's, I don't know. But I just don't take clappers. So it's all in the snapshot.
Something's telling me when you do take a clapper, it's a howitzer. Absolute missile.
It can be. Or with these roller hockey pucks, they're so friggin' light that
the still mats is great.
Oh yeah, the still mats are great. But with like the IDS or the Pro Shot or whatever the heck it is, I tend to Sandra Bullock it. I think it's Sandra Bullock, and I curve the puck.
Right.
So I usually, it ends up knuckle pucking for some reason, but every now and then. But usually, yeah, it's a decent shot.
Probably because you never take them.
True. I mean, my form's off for sure.
Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect, Dan.
No, there's no way I'm ripping clappers. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
No, he's more of like you don't even realize the shot's about to come off snapshot guy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I got my secrets that are not really secrets anymore because I just tell all the people that need to work on their shots what to do, especially the young kids coming up. Tell them all the secrets on how to score on goalies in our league.
I got to teach you.
I just try to get my shins in front of your stick as it's coming through, so you can't finish. I'm that guy that's breaking your stick.
My stick breaks this season. Well, actually, it's my 2-piece in our league. But if my 2-piece breaks, I might shank you.
Man.
Okay. With it.
Because you told me not to draft you anyway. So.
I know.
Oh boy, that's a rough one. Don't draft me. That's rough.
I've had him the last 4 seasons.
Oh well, that makes sense then.
And we've had 2 championships. A final loss, and we got bowed out in the semifinals last season.
Yeah,
nice.
But we not on the lack of us, it was the lack of our teammates. We had because we play outside on asphalt rink and no roof, and so we had a week off because of rain.
Those Carolinas are great, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
The rinks down there are great. We had a rink down in Myrtle Beach, no roof, and it was tile. Didn't even matter if it was raining or not. That thing was slick, like trying to skate on ice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's the issue, right? It's like we have a bunch of guys that we bring and go to tournaments, and so it's like in our rink, we usually some of the guys have a few nicknames for them. We usually call them kamikazes, right? And they'll go balls to the wall into the corner, and it's usually dusty or dirty or polleny in the corner. And no matter how much we sweep it, those guys will go in and wipe out. And the smart guys will let up, but then when you go to a tournament, it's like, oh no, I got to go hard in that corner.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the bad habits. So, but just happy to have a rink. Just be able to play every day and any day that I want. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't even know where I was going with it, but yeah. No, what it was, we had guys that just didn't show up in the semifinals after having the week off.
Right.
And
just didn't happen.
When you have one line buzzing and other line letting up the goals.
Yeah.
So
quick question for you guys. You gotta give me 2 seconds. I gotta get 10 minutes.
Okay. We can do wheels and reels.
Yeah, we'll do wheels and reels real quick.
Hold on, sorry.
All right, here we go.
My bad, boys.
Oh, you're good. We're running.
That beer went right through me, and I was squirming around over here, and I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "I'm gonna try to hold it in." And then it was like, "Nope, not happening."
We don't worry. We ran our we have a partner with a guy with wheels and reels. So
sorry.
Yeah,
Trying to hold it, then I started squirming around, and I was like, "Oh God, I gotta go so bad."
So, I mean, we can mention Mega Man Iron Man again because it was just released today that this is happening in Long Island.
Where is it? Where is it? Rapid Fire or Skate Safe?
Whatever one has the 2 rinks.
Skate Safe.
I think it's Skate Safe. Yeah, I think. I think it's one of the 2, but I think he says he's trying to look to get at least like 10 pro teams and then fill up. I think it was 10 pro teams, but then fill up the rest. Adult league and then the over 30 league.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be really fun. What I forgot to ask you earlier was you were sitting on the couch earlier. Is the couch comfy? Because if it's not, let me know now. I'll put my demands in.
I didn't sit on the couch yet. Hold on, let's go do it right now. Which one? Which one?
I think he's bringing. Try them both out. Why not?
Both?
Yeah.
Well, that one's got a chase too.
This one's all right.
Okay.
This one's all right. This one's all right. Yeah, they should work out pretty good.
Okay, all right.
No big deal. They're all right. Those couches will work out pretty good.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Greg,
do you follow much college roller?
No. I don't.
That's acceptable.
I wish I did. I don't. Yeah, no.
I mean, it's a kind of like it's starting to blossom more now. So it's and especially with social media and Instagram being real hot.
Lindenwood yet?
No.
That's about all I know. I know a few guys that used to play at Lindenwood, but they're just buddies from Long Island.
Yeah, I mean, Lindenwood's been the team to beat for the past few years.
Yeah.
Slipper Rock was up there, but a lot of their big cast kind of graduated and moved on. And then Bethel's always up there, and they're usually pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Lindenwood's the team to beat usually every year.
Yeah.
So
that's about all I know about college.
Yeah, I mean,
it is.
But it's crazy because like the D1 is really small, and then they have the AA, which is kind of like we're not sure if we're D1 or not. But the D2 and D3 scene is just blowing up.
Really?
Yeah, you're looking for like D2 and D3. One of the divisions has about 20 to 30 teams.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and it's good for the sport too, because
My whole thing is I was big into it, and then when I moved to South Carolina, I kind of fell out of the whole world. And then when I came back to New York, I got back into it. So I missed like 5 years of when everything exploded. When I left, I think Tours was the biggest tournament. Now it's State Wars by far.
Yeah. And you said you moved to Myrtle?
I lived in Myrtle's Inlet, like 5 minutes south of Myrtle Beach. Yeah.
Okay.
I was there for 5 years, and that hockey program down there is there's like 6 or 7 guys that can play, and everyone else is shit.
Yeah. Well, and I don't even know if they have the tile rink anymore.
Oh no, they do.
Do they?
Right in Market Commons, there they have it's outdoor. It's outdoor, and it's like the waffle tile where it all has the holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter if it's too hot in the morning and cools off, or vice versa. The whole rink gets wet.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to rain. It doesn't have to do anything. It just the dew point and everything. The whole rink, it's terrible.
Yeah, and I've been down to like Naples, Florida, and they have a covered rink, but sides are open, and the same thing. Like you got to burn the dew off in the morning by skating on it, and it's a process, but it's a rink. So
yeah, we used to play at 7:00 at night. We'd get there at like 5:36. The rink would be great. 7:00, soaking wet, and it wasn't raining out. It was just the weather. The temperature dropped.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden it sucked all that moisture out. And boom, rink was.
Yep. Every now, like during this time in the winter when the weather's getting warmer, and you have the big fluctuations between like 40 to 50 degrees, and it drops down to like 20, and so that's when it starts to drop down. We get the dew point, and the dew point just where the boards shadow the rink all day. Right. The dew point just takes over.
You're on asphalt at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on asphalt. This was tile, dude. It was crazy. Crazy stuff down there.
But I mean, what other roller hockey experiences have you had besides like Peahaw, Wish Cup, Chicklets Cup? Because I mean, I'm looking to go to Chicklets Cup one year, and so I know Justin is too. We're looking to have some fun. Definitely. So maybe one year we'll meet you there, and we'll have a blast.
I played tours back in the day, like when I went to Alpharetta. That was a long time ago, but I went to tours. I've known all these guys forever. Like McManus coached my brother forever. Muro I've known since I was 5 years old, at power play. But not like any of these big tournaments. Like I've never been to State Wars, not once. I'll start now, but when I moved away, I just never went.
Yeah.
I play the TNH and like the rec leagues now, and I can go play in these things, but I got 2 kids. Like, it's tough. It's tough, It's tough. We try to get away as much as possible. As I told Rock when he didn't let me go to this tournament down in Georgia or whatever. Like, dude, I want to get the fuck out of my house. Are you kidding me? Get away from my wife and my 2 kids. Are you going to tell me it's a family trip? I don't give a shit. It's a family trip or not.
Hey, I'll
go hang out with strangers. Let everyone hang out with their family. I'll go hang out with the fucking stranger at the bar and have a better time than sitting home with my wife and kids.
I don't know. Justin, can we squeeze him on a roster?
We're still trying to get that 35 plus.
I don't know what 35 plus is happening though in USRC. Okay. I don't think you could get teams, and I think that's why Chris's team got moved to silver.
Okay.
So
for anyone watching, if you're thinking about signing up, tonight's your night, right? Or do they have tomorrow as well?
Tomorrow, I think, is the last day to sign up for USRC. And it's going to be good. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a game changer. No matter how many teams show up, it's the start of a revolution.
Yeah, it's going to be a big tournament. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Which is why I had to, hop on a pro team this way because, Chris mocked me a little bit. And when I asked him if the champion team needed a pro guy, and he asked who you got, and it was like, me. And he was like, oh, sorry. I was like, okay. And then he wouldn't even dress me up for warm-ups and mic me up. Like, come on. He's like, it's PJ's team.
Maybe we get you in there reffing that game.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll ref him and just call a bunch of penalties.
Chris is a good guy.
No, I
He's a
know.
good guy. He's a great guy. That's why I'm part of this.
Yeah.
As much as I give him shit, he's such a good guy. He does right by everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Champion's blowing up. The quality of the product's sick. So, and he's just a good person, like a good person from top to bottom. So, that's why I'm part of this whole thing as well. And
you gotta convince him to make buckets.
You see his hair? You don't want to wear a bucket. Do you see his hair?
No, not the hat, the bucket, like new helmets, champion
yeah,
helmets.
Bucket either. He's got the visor and everything, but yeah, he's top notch.
He needs to make the new Bauer 4500s, but it's going to be the champion 4500s.
Yeah, get something done.
I mean, and he can even name the line after me. I mean, I'm giving him that right there, right here. It said like could be the Dan Dean 4500s, right? And
those things wouldn't stay on the shelves forever. They would just blow right off the shelves right away. First 5 minutes, Dan Dean's 4500s gone, sold out.
Heck yeah. All this champion talk.
No clapper buckets. The Dan Dean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With all this champion talk, though, maybe we should choose the winner of our giveaway.
All right, Mike. This way we know, so the viewers know how many that you've never seen the list, right? How many people do you think qualified to be in this drawing?
Ooh. I don't know.
Give me a number.
105.
All right, a little excessive. All right. Mike, you are going to choose a number between 1 and 41.
Okay.
And that person is going to be the winner of the bearings.
All right. 17.
And it's funny because I saw you made a post yesterday. I think it was yesterday about why you wear a certain number.
That's why.
And I figured you were going to go with that number. Just now it popped in my head and I was like, oh, I know what number he's going to go with. He made a post yesterday.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because I wear 17 as well.
Okay. Why do you wear 17?
Well, it's a long, but not really that long of a story. And actually similar numbers that you said you wore before 17. I wore 77. I wore 89. I wore 91. And the funny part is as I started playing adult leagues, the people that I played with wore those numbers. And I was just like, you know what? I don't really care. Like wear the number, whatever. And then, it's unfortunate, but Kovalchuk signed with the Devils. And I was like, screw it. I'll wear number 17 just because of that. And then he became the biggest douchebag. So,
I mean, that's probably why the Devils signed him. They're a bunch of douchebags up there in New Jersey. So.
Oh, come on. They don't live on an island where people are delusional.
Their fans are worse.
But so the winner.
I got a funny story for you about Jack Hughes after this. So
okay.
You're going to love that one.
The winner of the drawing of the bearings is Wheels and Reels.
Oh,
whoa! Congrats, man!
And I will. Let me see if I can. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. Probably not. But somewhere in there, Wheels and Reels got it. I don't know. Let me see if I can pull it back. It's probably not going to focus. But it's all my notes in my phone. Every single drawing, every single person who shares, everyone who comments with two of their friends. And so, yeah, I mean, we had 41. It blew out our last one, which we only had 21 on the last drawing. And I'm pretty sure these are the bearings that are stainless steel and do not rust. So congrats, Wheels and Reels.
The legacy bearings,
yeah. Congrats on winning the legacy bearings, and hope you enjoy them. So, Mike, your story?
Oh, Vegas Chicklets Cup. Hughes was in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Not going to go into too many details. After the All-Star break, Hughes went on uninjured reserve with COVID.
Did you hang out with him?
Oh, he was out all weekend. Yo, if you do anything, watch that All-Star game again. Watch that All-Star game again and just watch the players on the bench. They are hurt bad. No one wants to be there. I'll never forget because we were sitting. The guys from Myrtle, they took me to actually, believe it or not, a spa that day when the All-Star game was going on. We all went and got like massages, everything like that. The Caesars spa over at Caesars, they had like a nice pool, a warm pool, a hot pool, like you kept bouncing back and forth. And we watched the All-Star game there, and we were hungover, hurting real bad too, But we were doing this and we're watching the All-Star game in there. And you just watch these players and they are hungover beyond belief. They're like, we saw these guys last night. We know exactly what they're not. Watch that game with that understanding, you're going to laugh so hard. It's so funny. They are miserable. Probably like, what's his name in this All-Star game? The guy on Tampa.
Kucherov?
Yeah, Kucherov. Oh, he might have became my favorite player after that. He was probably so hungover and just didn't want to be there.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a late addition too?
What was that?
Wasn't Kucherov a late addition, or am I thinking about someone else?
Probably. I don't remember, but he probably just wanted the weekend off or the week off or whatever.
Yeah.
All-Star break. He had to go to the All-Star game. He probably tied one on. He's like, fuck this. And then just, all right.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, because you could tell he didn't want to be there. And it's better to be there and not want to be there than to get fined because you just like, I don't want to go.
Right, exactly.
So that's why right before All-Star break, you were like, ankle hurts, can't do it.
Exactly.
Doc, look at me.
But yeah, go watch not this year's, last year's or the year before, that All-Star game. Rewatch that All-Star game with that understanding.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago because last year was Florida.
Yeah, that was a wild time in Vegas. All those guys are out in that All-Star game. Who was in that All-Star game? Hughes, Kyrou, Zegras. There was a bunch of them. And they're not 21. A lot of them weren't 21 yet.
They're out on the strip?
They were out and about.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, more power to them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I kind of ran out of material for you, Mike. I know. Yeah.
That's all right. No big deal.
Justin,
I
you got
always
something?
have the rapid fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go with it.
All right. So don't think too much about these. All right.
All right.
I'm going to start it off fun for you. What is the correct pregame beverage of choice?
Heineken.
Hey.
All right. I love it.
I'm a Modelo's guy.
Yeah.
That's good. That works.
Well, now I'm pissed too because, a tournament with the boys, we go, right? And we usually cleaned out any gas station of like Modelo's or Modelo Oros. But now they've gotten so damn expensive because Budweiser had to go ruin everything and not be top sales. And once Modelo became top sales, they jacked their prices up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything's going through the roof, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm talking about Heineken's over here, so let's not get started on pricing. It's terrible. I'll drink anything though. Do you want to say natties? Natties. I should have said a beer. Let's go natties. Natties are good.
Natty Ice or just natties?
It don't matter.
Oh god.
It don't matter. They're all the same. They all go in the same spot.
What were in the kegs for the beer pong tournament?
Oh, kegs were either Busch Light or Natty Light all day.
Yep.
Every single time.
I like the new Busch Light camo cans.
What was that?
I like the camo cans for Busch Light. I think that was a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Whatever you can do. And you
all right.
Okay.
Second question. What is the most annoying thing a player can do during a game on your team?
Have Napoleon complex, where they think they're better than they are and not know their role. It is the most frustrating thing a player can do on my team ever. When they think they're the greatest, I need to be out on the rink for that. Just know your role, guy. Like, I'm not saying I'm that guy, but you're definitely not that guy. And let's put him out there. You got one of these better players out there, and you're like, I need to get out there on the power play. Like, no, you don't. Like, we have this guy over here that shoots 10 times better than you. You're going to put him on the bench because you want to be out there because It is, and some of them can't help it. But having Napoleon complex and thinking that you're a lot better than you are, that is probably the biggest pet peeve or annoying thing that a player can do.
Agreed. How about for an opposing team player? What gets under your skin?
Well, I don't know. Whining.
Yeah,
Whining. Okay.
Being a box. Let's put it that way.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So that goes good into this next one. What's the best chirp?
The best chirp ever is Patrick Waugh over Roenick. I can't hear what he's saying when my championship rings in my ears. That's the best chirp of all time because that closed out every single thing that he could ever say. But the best chirp, honestly, is just, you calling people goofy. They look goofy. You can say, "Hey, what's up? Saw you on Grinder last weekend." Something stupid like that, like to make their head like spin. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even have to be like a mean one. You don't want to attack them personally or anything like that. But hey, what's up, bud? Saw you on Grinder last weekand, looking good. And then all of a sudden they're like, "What the? Was it?" And if you say it with a straight enough face, and I think that's what I'm pretty good at. Like honestly, I could say a lot of stuff with a straight face and just make it believable, and then like just total mental annihilation. And they're all.
I think you should put out there on your next game, even tonight when you play. Just go up to someone like, "Hey, we matched on Tinder on like Tinder or Grinder last night in my drag outfit."
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Just like that, and you just say it like nice, like and like what? Especially see, like tonight, I know a lot of the guys in the league, so it doesn't like work as well. But in Piha, I go to Piha. I don't know these kids from a hole in the wall.
Hey, you can go out there tonight and be like, and do the whole Patrick Waugh saying and to Miro.
I say it all the time. Yes, Tardino.
I agree, though. I like to mess with people's minds pretty bad.
Yeah, it's better off and comical. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and when a guy starts getting intense, just tell him he looks cute.
Exactly. And then after you chirp when you win, that's the best chirp there is winning, man. Winning is as the villain. That's it.
You like being the heel.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Just splash a little WWE, a little wrestling in there, be the heel and still win. That's how it goes. That's the most fun part about it all.
I can't say I only use the chirps when I have to.
You're not really a big chirp guy.
No, I'm pretty calm, cool, and collective in my older days.
I don't shut the fuck up ever.
All right, man. Hard left from that one. Now we're going kind of more serious, but you can take it however you want. What do you think is the most important personality trait for a hockey player to be good?
Probably something I didn't have and I wish I did, but dedication to it.
Okay.
Like, the constant dedication to it to get to the next level where some of these people are, and we know who we're talking about, that next level where the elite status. I mean, you need a level of dedication, and I mean, it has to be your number one, number two priority in life to get there. Because you could say you practice and you could go to practice and you could go through the motions and you can do whatever you want. That ain't the same when you have the same level of dedication and you're constantly pushing yourself to the limit, even in your free time and spare time. And it's something I wish I did have when I was younger and I didn't. But to get to that next step and that next level, I think it's probably a dedication factor to it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I like that answer too. Speaking of that, who do you think is the best player right now?
Right now, there's too many of them. I'm not going to throw one name out. I mean, you got the Black Ice guys, you got the Palma guys out in California, you got the Roadrunner guys. Actually, shout out to Vio there. He's a little bit sick. Anyone that can do what they can there,
absolutely
one of the nicest people in the whole entire world. Running on some bad times right now. Hopefully he gets better. Best of him. But as player wise, I mean, you got the Roadrunners, you got the Palma guys, you got I mean, if I had to put a name on it, I don't even know. You flip a coin, I'm gonna say PJ or Billy all day. Pascali or DiMartino all day. Just because I mean, watching them is just to watch the game is fun. Like watch some of the stuff they did. I mean, that one tournament, and I think it got posted. There's definitely a video somewhere. Dino might have posted it. It might have been a Wheel Talk video. Me and watch Billy Pascali come down. And he came on Joey DiMartino. Like, he pulled that move. He didn't pull that move on anyone. He pulled it on Joey D. Like, that's something ridiculous. Like, I can't do that move to a cone, let alone another best player in the world that's playing overseas and all this other stuff. And it's just like, holy cow, and just exciting to watch, And no hate to you, Joey D. Love you out there, bud. Don't get mad at me for putting that out there. But I mean, watching him do that to another elite player like that is something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just watched that game yesterday.
Yeah, it was that move was
Gnarly.
Yeah. Why?
All right, so earlier we were talking about shots and slap shots and all that. Are you more of a slap shot or a wrist shot, snap shot? What's your go-to?
Spinorama, Michigan from the top of the circle kind of guy.
Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
Yeah.
I'll play it again. No, that's fantastic, man.
Yeah. No, it's probably like a snapshot is the go-to, but I do them all. I don't hate on any of them. Whatever's available at that time and whatever works.
I like that. Do you have a favorite piece of gear right now?
Favorite piece? Yeah, my stick.
Okay.
Let's go, champion stick. Of course. My stick on my wheels.
There you go.
Do you have a message? Do you have a message for PJ if I put him into the boards next weekend?
Good luck for you. The message for PJ, yeah. He's lucky I'm not playing to give him a blanket party. He's another guy. He's another guy out there. He dips and doodles around me, and then I try to pick him up with one arm instead of actually trying to play D because he can. He cuts and turns. When he does that one cut to the other cut, I mean, I'm gonna break my legs if I try to follow that. So
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for me.
No, Justin's having technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
I think we lost Justin. Yeah, he's having
He's having technical difficulties.
But yeah, good luck covering him. That's a tall task and a lot of fun when you got to chase him around.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play defense, so it's fine. No.
A good message for him. Give
So
Dan a break. Give Dan a break. He seems like a nice guy. Give Dan a break.
So I'll put him in the boards and be like, Mike said, win the tournament for him.
Yeah, that's it. He's going to give it back to you, too. He's going to give it back to you to get him.
Hey, and we figured it out.
Oh, here we go. We're good to go.
Now I'm Dan Dean.
That's fine.
I got you online. Jay Wood and Justin Wood.
Send me your money so I can buy more equipment. Okay, well, I guess I'll jump back to the last rapid fires.
Okay.
All right, will you give me your top indoor and top outdoor rinks that you played at?
All right, top outdoor rink is no longer around, but it was Inline 1 in Mount Sinai, New York. They had two rinks and 4 practice rinks at this place. That was probably my best outdoor rink. Best indoor rink I'm not going to use my home rink rapid fire, but that's real convenient. That's a lot of fun. I'm going to probably say the Cooler down in Alpharetta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. Nashville's real nice. That has the roof on it. That was a sick rink, but I got to go with the outside is the Inline 1. It was sick when it was open. I wish it was still around, to be honest. They could have held some pretty nice tournaments, just put one of those nice roofs on it and whatnot.
Heck yeah. All right, man. The hardest and final question.
Uh-oh.
Did you have fun?
I always have fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun being on, and thank you guys a lot for that. This is always a good time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we look forward to meeting you in person at the Mega Man Iron Man in March on March 23rd with a $5,000 cash prize. We wish you were coming to USRC, but Chris kind of messed that up. Which
it's a family trip. It's a family.
Yeah, it's a family trip.
Not allowed. Not allowed. Am I allowed to plug some things here while I'm on here with you?
Go for it.
Yeah. One, I got Better Days Hockey. They also got Better Days Golf. They're going to sponsor my little morning show that I do for my TNH, about 30 seconds, nothing crazy. Also, the TNH League with Al DeMoro. Again, with the camera equipment I was telling you before, that's Glide Gear. Check them out. Good, all kinds of stuff. Talk to me first before you go through there. But other than that, and then I want to thank my wife. I love her to death. I give her a little bit of a hard time on here. But I love you, honey. Be home soon. I need you to drive me to hockey tonight so I could hey. But yeah. I had a great time, guys.
She just put in the chat, sleep on the couch right behind you.
I don't doubt that whatsoever.
But no, I mean, like I said, USRC registration closes tomorrow. Last day to register for next weekend's tournament is tomorrow. Then he's going to finalize the schedule. We will be there. We will be trying to live stream all the pro games for USRC, and maybe even a few bonus coverages on our YouTube channel right here. And so, in roller hockey, there's no offside. So if you're forechecking, don't let up. I'm Dan Dean.
I'm Justin Wood.
Mike, thanks for coming. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, guys. Pleasure.
Yeah.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Good times. Always.
All right. See ya.
No offside.
No Offsides. This week's episode is brought to you by the Asheville Hockey League. The mission of the Asheville Hockey League is to provide community space for inline hockey in Western North Carolina, empowering youth and adults of all backgrounds through competition, mentorship, skills development, camaraderie, and the love of the sport. This episode is also brought to you by US Roller Cup. Join a revolution in roller. The U.S. Roller Cup is a premier roller hockey tournament series in the United States. Their passion for the sport drives them to create an unparalleled experience for players, fans, and coaches alike. With a focus on promoting roller hockey at all levels, from youth to professional, we are committed to growing the game and fostering a sense of community within the roller hockey world. USRC seeks to spread the love for roller hockey across the nation, connecting players and fans from every corner of the United States. Go to usrollercup.com to register for this year's Winter Nationals, held at SGAA in Snellville, Georgia. The tournament is scheduled from February 16th to the 18th, promising an exciting weekend of competition. With pro prizes up to $9,000 and divisions from 10U all the way up to men's and women's pro. Get your spot today. US Roller Cup. Roller hockey is more than just a sport. It's a way of life. Every episode of No Offsides podcast is brought to you by Champion Hockey. Be a champion.